This is a fourth stimulus check, stimulus program, and news update. There is a new stimulus program that is paying for laptops and internet that is from the second stimulus check package that is finally going into effect now. I'll give you the details on that as well as who qualifies. I'll also give you the latest updates regarding the fourth stimulus check. And there is a new back to work bonus paying up to $1,200 for anyone on unemployment. I'll give you the details with that as well as some other important updates. I hope you're having a great day and I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day weekend. I got to hang out with my mom, my wife, my kids, some other family. The weather was beautiful, so it was a really good time. Let's get into it. So, Dr. Fauci says it may be time to relax indoor mask mandates. So he was asked yesterday whether it's time to start relaxing indoor mask requirements. Dr. Fauci said, "I think so, and I think you're going to probably be seeing that as we go along and as more people get vaccinated." Let me know down in the comments below. Is this finally the turning point? Are we not going to have to wear masks anymore? Is the pandemic going to be over finally and live life as normal? Let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. So this upcoming week, President Biden is going to meet with GOP senators for infrastructure talks on Thursday. So President Biden wants to go the more diplomatic route and work with Republicans while his fellow Democrats want to just pass it through reconciliation, one of them being Bernie Sanders, saying that he wants to pass the infrastructure bill without the GOP support and just pass it through reconciliation. Bernie Sanders said, frankly, when people got a, $1,400 check, $5,600 check for their family, they didn't say, "Oh, I can't cash this check because it was done without any Republican votes." Let me know what you think about this. Should the Democrats and Republicans work together? Should the bill be passed through reconciliation? Either way, it seems that this is just being dragged out way too long, and it seems like they just don't really care much about the American people. They're just taking their sweet time. Next, let's talk about this stimulus program that is going to help you help pay for your internet and your new laptop. So this is from former President Trump's second stimulus check package. This is the one that passed back in December. It's called the Emergency Broadband Benefit, and it is a program run by the Federal Communications Commission. So basically, the way it works, what you could get out of it is you get up to $50 a month off your broadband service and associated equipment rentals, a discount of up to $75 a month on your broadband service if your home is on a qualifying tribal land, and a one-time discount of up to $100 on a laptop, tablet, or desktop computer. So pretty good. You could get $50 of internet per month and up to $100 off your laptop, tablet, or whatever you're using as your computer or for your internet service. So how to qualify for this? Basically, your income is at or below 135% of the federal poverty line. Current federal poverty line is $12,880. Or you receive assistance through the programs including SNAP, formerly called food stamps, or Medicaid, or you were approved to receive benefits under the free and reduced price school breakfast or lunch program during last year or current school year. You experienced a substantial loss of income due to losing your job or being furloughed since February 29th of 2020, and your household income last year was at or at least below $99,000 for single filers, $198,000 for joint filers, and you meet the eligibility criteria for a participating provider's existing low-income or COVID programs. So those are the qualifications. How do you apply? So you go to getemergencybroadband.org. You can do a mail-in application, but I recommend going online. So this is going to be available starting May 12th. So I'll definitely give a reminder in a couple days when it is available. If you go to the website here, this is it. It'll give you more information. You just click the apply button and it gives you more information if you want to see about qualifications and things like that. So yeah, that could be really good for some people who want some free internet or paid for internet and laptops. Next, let's talk about the IRS will send refunds to 7.3 million who got unemployment checks, and this is the people who are waiting for their $10,200 tax break. So if you've asked about the $10,200 tax break, meaning that you got paid unemployment benefits in 2020 and you didn't get, or you filed your tax return too soon before you could put it on the form, they're still waiting to send these out. Not really sure what's going on. But basically, They said that they're going to send the refunds in May, and there are 7.3 million people waiting. They didn't give a date. They didn't say when it's going to happen or anything like that, but they said it's going to start happening in May through the summer. So it's not just going to be the month of May, but it could be for months that they're going to pay these tax breaks back. As soon as I found out more information on that, I'll let you know. Also, talking about unemployment, Republicans are ready to kill the $300 pandemic unemployment boost, basically saying that that money is preventing people from going back to work, and they're citing that the U.S. economy added a scant 266,000 jobs in April, which is a lot lower than expected, and they're blaming the federal unemployment boost of $300 per week. So other senators are saying that they want to get rid of that unemployment boost and then put incentives, back to work bonuses instead. So Republican Senator Ben Sasse wants to introduce a legislation giving new hires signing bonuses after a negative jobs report. So Ben Sasse said, the emergency UI program is now penalizing people for going back to work. Now, as millions of Americans are vaccinated each day, we've got crummy job numbers. We've got to get America and Americans up and running. So basically what they want to do is they want to start paying people to go back to work. For example, Montana is giving workers $1,200 bonus to go back to work. So $1,200, that's the equivalent of getting 4 weeks of the federal unemployment boost of $300 per week. So 300 times 4, $1,200. So my question to you is, if you're on unemployment, is a $1,200 boost to go back to work good enough, or would you rather stay home and collect the $1,200 on unemployment plus the state benefits? Let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments below. Do you think they should give a higher back to work bonus, lower back to work bonus, or no back to work bonus because people should just go back to work and get off unemployment? Let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments below. The governor says incentives matter, and the vast expansion of federal unemployment benefits is now doing more harm than good. So basically, for that one-time $1,200 payment, you would have to be on unemployment as of May 4th. And then they said that you have to accept a job and then maintain that position for at least 4 paid weeks of work. So probably going to see more states starting to do this so that more people get off unemployment, especially if they're going to cancel the unemployment, such as South Carolina, Montana, and Arkansas officially ending their unemployment programs in June. And then it looks like they're going to add or maybe just redistribute that money to have an incentive to go back to work. Next up, here is the governor of Utah talking more about the unemployment issues.
Anyway, let's go into the news here. A new jobs report this weekend was disappointing, showing only 266,000 jobs added in the U.S., a quarter of the 1 million that had been projected. Unemployment ticked slightly up. Now, your fellow Republican governors in South Carolina, Montana, Arkansas have decided to end the extra $300 in federal unemployment benefits in an effort to get Americans back to work. I know unemployment is very low in Utah, but what do you think of that idea? Is it that a good idea? Do you see those extra funds as a disincentive to work?
Yeah, and unfortunately, I think it is a good idea. And look, the purpose of those funds were absolutely critical during the pandemic. As we struggle now, we're towards the end of the pandemic. And here in Utah, our unemployment's at 2.9%, the lowest in the nation. And the biggest problem we have right now in the state of Utah are finding workers for the jobs that are available. And as we talk to workers, we found that it actually is a disincentive. And so it is a terrible jobs report, not what we were expecting at all, but that's what happens when we pay people not to work. Now, again, there are families that are struggling. We want to help them out, but at some point we have to roll that back.
Let's talk about President Biden's $2.3 trillion infrastructure proposal. I know you don't support that plan, but as you know, Utah has a C+ infrastructure grade from the American Society of Civil Engineers. Biden has suggested that the Republican counteroffer of roughly $500 billion is not enough. Do you want Republicans in the Senate to meet Biden in the middle so they can pass some funding and Utah commuters and residents will get the infrastructure they need?
Well, I should also point out, Jake, that C+ is the highest in the nation. So it's not a great score,
right.
But Thank you. We're the best. We're the best in the nation when it comes to that. And so I do think that that's important. Look, I've said all along that there is room for bipartisanship and common ground on infrastructure, especially traditional infrastructure, roads and bridges, water projects, those things that we know are necessary. And we do have an aging infrastructure here in our country. This is the one area, we heard it during the Biden administration, we heard it during the Trump administration, and we're hearing it now where everybody believes there actually is room to get something done, and I hope they'll figure it out.
Next, let's talk about the fourth stimulus check. So the fourth stimulus check status is now unclear. We don't know what's happening. So there are two proposals going on, one of them being the $2,000 per month until the pandemic is over, and then an additional $1,000 recurring monthly payments for an entire year after that. There's also a senator plan in the Senate, $2,000 per month until the pandemic is over. As of now, none of those have entered the American Families Plan. President Biden hasn't mentioned it at all. A lot of people are wondering, how are we going to pay for all of these stimulus checks? So President Biden says he wants to have the plan to tax the rich. Still though, I don't know if that's going to cover the $2,000 per month. So my guess is that they're probably going to have maybe a one-time fourth stimulus check that's going to be more targeted. And if they want to have a fourth stimulus check, most likely that bill is going to have to pass through reconciliation because the Republicans are not going to support another fourth stimulus check. So at this point, we don't know what's happening with the fourth stimulus check. We don't even know what's happening with the infrastructure plan and when that's going to pass, but I'll definitely keep you updated. Here's the latest on President Biden talking about taxing the rich.
The bottom line is this. My Republican friends had no problem voting to pass a tax proposal that expires in 2025 that cost $2 trillion. None of it paid for. Increased the deficit by $2 trillion. Gave the overwhelming percentage of those tax breaks to people who didn't need it. The top 1/10 of 1%. They didn't need it. Now what's going to grow America more? What's going to help you and your security more? The super wealthy having to pay 3.9% less tax, or have an entire generation of Americans having associate degrees? That's why all the economists, even on Wall Street, are pointing out, guess what? It grows the economy. Benefits everybody. Hurts nobody. It's fair to say this is about making the average multimillionaire pay just a fair share. It's not going to affect their standard of living at all. Not a little tiny bit. But I can affect the standard of living of the people I grew up with. If they have a job, it's about growth.
And that is all the stimulus news I have for you today. To hopefully cheer you up a bit, here's my 7-year-old daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is Bella. This is the tip of the day. I want to tell you how I made these masks. So, first off, how I made these is took strips. Like, take a ruler and stuff and like do it like up to like 5 and stuff. And then you like take a sock and stuff and like trim all the other sides and then you trim through it. And then you make little holes, as you see that is inside, and then you strip the clay stuff, and then you strip the strands onto the mask holes, and then that's how you make your mask.
And if you want to check out some other stimulus programs that are going on in the latest updates, you could click this playlist down over here. It goes over the home buyer's credit, child tax credit, other things like that that you could benefit from. Or if you want to take a break from this news and watch something positive, something uplifting, I recommend clicking this video over here. It's on my Wise Vibes channel, which is all about inspiration and positive words. So click either one of those now and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.